Hi, I'm Will Friedle. I am the host of Painters Guild on Alpha. You might remember me from those other things I used to do back in the day, but now I am painting tiny little things with tiny little brushes, and we are going to be doing some cool stuff on the show. You got to check us out. But what we're going to be doing today is talking to art director Ron Hawkins, who's the art director for Reaper Miniatures. How you doing, man?
Good. Thanks for having us on.
Well, thank you for joining us, and thank you for all the help you've given us on the show. We've absolutely loved your minis. We use them all the time.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
So now, what exactly do you do for Reaper?
I'm the art director. So I get to work with the sculptors and the painters to design and create all the fun toys that we make.
That sounds like a great job. Now, how do you come up with your ideas?
Well, it's, kind of like throwing darts at a dartboard. You just sort of, you have an idea, you try it out, you see how it works. I mean, obviously there are, we have a lot of requests from social media and our forums, people asking for, dragon people or cat people or whatever it may be. The role players are our biggest group of customers. So
sure.
We want to make sure that they've got everything they need to cover all their bases. But even then, it's really tough. There's a niche, a lane we like to stay in, but we like to sort of push every now and then to see if we can do some new stuff.
Very quickly, just walk us through the process of from, okay, here's the idea we have, to here's our final mini. How do you get there?
A couple of different ways we can do it. So if we decide, for example, we're going to do a bard, at that point we can go one of two directions. We can say, well, let's get a piece of concept art created, and so we'll contact our concept artist, whose name is Izzy Talon Collier, and we'll say, Izzy, we need a bard. I give her my input, like the bard needs to have a sword or a jaunty hat or whatever it may be. And then Izzy will design it, and then once we have the art, we'll send that to the sculptor, and the sculptor will pretty much translate that directly from the art. Now, the other direction we could go, I can just contact the sculptor directly without concept art and say, I need you to create a bard, make sure it has a jaunty hat and a sword, and then just sort of hope for the best.
When somebody opens a package and they have their mini in front of them, how long did it take you guys from deciding you wanted to create that bard to your customer getting the mini?
Well, for example, with the Bones line, it takes months, several months, from the time that we create it and it's sculpted and it goes and the molds are made in China and they're produced over there and then shipped back over here. It takes several months. Now with a metal mini, we have turned figures around in weeks, a couple weeks.
Really?
The sculpture will come in and we will press it, or we will print it if it's a digital sculpt, and we will take that and then make the molds here, and we can have production ready in days.
Do you guys ever then go to an artist and have them painted to see exactly the way you want it to be done? Or are you done once you come up with the plastic mini?
We do get things painted. For example, I've got a piece here. This is one of our Bones 3 models. This is our Dagon model that we had painted by Michael Proctor painted this. Michael just sort of took this and just ran with it and gave it an aquatic color scheme.
Man, look at that. That is absolutely incredible. That's going to take up your entire game board.
And these pieces like that we'll use for marketing, box art, catalog art, things like that, advertisements and things like that. And then they go to our gallery where people can come in and take tours and check out the gallery.
So we are working on the Pathfinder Red Dragon, which has been a ton of fun, and hopefully I don't screw it up too badly, but I probably will. Now, it came in multiple parts when we got it, had to be assembled. So my question for you is, A, I guess, at what size mini do you determine it needs to be broken up into parts? And then B, how do you decide where to break it up?
Well, the Pathfinder Red Dragon was based on the Pathfinder core rulebook illustration by Wayne Reynolds. And so we knew it's a dynamic piece, and it wouldn't do it any justice just to make a flat figure. So taking the dragon, that you can't have the arm be in the way, the head with all these spikes. You have to take these things apart to be able to make a mold. Imagine if you have a toy soldier and you put it between two slices of bread and you squish it, and when you tear the bread apart, if any of the bread is stuck to the model, that's called an undercut. And so that destroys the mold, and you can't really do that. So
that is a really, really bizarre analogy that actually explained everything perfectly. Is there anything else you guys are working on, coming up with, about to roll out that you can tell us about that's not too top secret?
Do you want to see a kind of a sneak preview of one of the Bones 4 models?
Yes, please.
This is the Rock.
Wow.
This was coming for our Bones 4 project. And this is the digital print, actually. And we had parts of this printed and shown at ReaperCon, or excuse me, our Kickstarter countdown party, but we didn't have it assembled. But this is what he looks like assembled, and we're kind of tickled with it.
Man, given the opportunity, I could just totally screw that up.
Yeah, you could dry brush the heck out of this thing.
Well, thank you so much for helping us out here on Painters Guild, because man, you guys have given us so much stuff. We love your products. We use them all the time.
Thank you.
Absolutely incredible stuff. We hope maybe you can get out here sometime to Los Angeles. We can get to you guys in Texas there, because you've now been telling us about the Hall of Fame there, which we definitely want to come and check out.
And we have ReaperCon. We'd love to have you guys down for ReaperCon.
I'm sure we will definitely be doing a lot of stuff with you guys in the future, because it's been so incredible. Ron Hawkins, thank you
very much. Thanks for having us on. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for watching. That's just a small taste of some of the cool stuff you're going to see when you join us on Painters Guild on Alpha.